At the end of 1997, PressPass released a standalone product called Action Vision. When I say standalone, I mean they didn't release it the following year. The previous year, they did M-Force in 1996, which had the first race-used sheet metal cards to ever be on the market. PressPass was a leader in race-used or event-used memorabilia. They did have a basketball product where they had jerseys, and they were just on the cutting edge, especially with NASCAR. It was really fun to be a collector at the time with all the new products that were coming out. 1997 saw the first double material card in the industry with the double burner, and then 1998 saw the first three material card with the triple gears. Now, in 1997, they had a product that came in VIP that had the sheet metal cards, or they had a product called VIP that had race use sheet metal cards in them. They were really cool. Cards number 1 through 5 were available in there. You had Bobby Labonte, Terry Labonte, Bill Elliott, Rusty Wallace, and Jeff Gordon in that set. And then Action Vision allowed you to complete the 9-card set, offering Mark Martin, Ernie Irvan, Dale Jarrett, and Dale Earnhardt Sr. It was a 12-card set, base set, that was in the Action Vision. They were all motion replay cards. You got 16 packs in a box, and the odds of getting an autograph card or a sheet metal card were 1 every 160 packs. So that was 1 every 10 boxes, and I believe the cases were 10-box cases. There could have been a master case with 2 half cases in there, making it a 20-box case, but I don't know for sure. They did that. In 1996, they had the M-Force, which were massive boxes, and I believe those were in 2 8 or 10 half cases as part of a master case. Anyway, yesterday I opened up one of the boxes that I had, and to my surprise, I hit an autograph and a sheet metal card, as well as was able to complete a full set of the motion replay cards. I'll show you the autograph. It's sticking a little. Sterling Marlin. Our prayers go to Sterling Marlin. He's not in the best health right now. He was an incredible member of the NASCAR community in the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s. He was always fast on the super speedways. I saw him win at Talladega. I believe it was 1995. And he was just an exciting, good old boy, race car driver. He just had a likable personality. It didn't seem to have many problems with people. He just seemed like a really good guy and knew how to stand on the throttle. So it was really exciting to see him race and to see him succeed. The unfortunate part about this card is that it has a folded corner, and that's how it came in the pack. That's okay. This is just going into my personal collection, but it's worth noting. I wrote on the back that I pulled this yesterday, which was the 15th of December, and that's on the penny sleeve, not on the actual card. And it was really exciting to pull an autograph card out of the 1997 product, because I never did back in 1997, or if I did, it was like Ron Hornaday. Ron Hornaday is a great race car driver, but the autograph cards just didn't have much value, and it wasn't as exciting. So it was fun to see a known name, especially Sterling. So it was really great to see that. And then, to my surprise, I hit a sheet metal card as well. So 2 cards that were supposed to come in 1 every 160 packs were in 1 16-pack box. So it would have been really great to experience this, especially in 1997 when these cards were worth a lot more money, to hit the double case hits or half case hits. And then again, I wrote that on the penny sleeve. And these sheet metal cards, like I said, were part of a 2-product series, Action Vision being this one, and then the VIP had the other 5 cards in it, and it had a VIP logo instead of Action Vision. This is a multicolor card, so it was even more exciting, and Ernie Irvan was one of my favorite race car drivers in the 90s, so that was a bonus. An additional bonus, if that wasn't enough, was this card is very important to me. And the reason is because in 1996 and 97, I became obsessed with the race-used memorabilia cards. I would wait every month for the new Beckett guide to come out, Beckett Racing, and I would call all the advertisements in the back of the Beckett to see if anybody had any race used cards to trade, or if they had opened any of the new product or anything new came in. Sometimes I would call the places that really dealt in the NASCAR cards a lot. I would call them several times a month. I developed some good relationships and ended up trading to quite a few people. But the reason this is so special is because in 1997, at the end of the year when this card was released, this was the first Sheetmetal card that year that I traded for. And it was a solid orange piece of material. You can tell that the actual color orange on the Sheetmetal is more vibrant than the color on the numbers or the Texaco star on the card, and the camera still isn't quite doing the orange justice. It's crazy bright orange, and it's a beautiful card. So the card I got in the 90s was the crazy bright orange color. And why it's so important to me was I would obsess over these cards. They were soothing to me. It was fun for me to collect the race used cards and to be as close to the drivers and the cars as I possibly could by having a piece of them. It was a really great concept, and I still am fond of these 2 years, 1996 and 1997. And when I made the trade, trading in the 90s to card shops over the phone was called them, did the deal. It wasn't always immediate. And then you had to mail your stuff first, especially me since I was a kid. And once they got it, they would check it out, and then they would mail the other stuff, usually, a day or two later. And the tracking, I can't remember how we checked tracking back then. I believe it was a call-in, and I could type in the tracking number on the phone, because they would give you this little tag, and it would have the tracking number on it, and then, the people would call me back and give me the number so I could check on it. So anyway, it was supposed to arrive whatever day of the week. And I could sit at the front window around the time that the mail person was supposed to come, and I could see them maybe 4 or 5 houses away. That was the sight that I had. And as soon as I saw that white flash from that mail truck go between the trees, it was on, essentially. And I was waiting for it to get to the house before me, and then I ran to the front door, waited, looked out the front door window, and then as soon as it got to the house and closed the mail box and drove away, I bolted to the mailbox to collect my bounty, and it wasn't there. It wasn't there. And as obsessed as I was with these, I ran to the next house, and this guy's in the car. Granted, they're not driving that fast, and I caught him. He was about 150 yards away while he was stopped at the mailbox, and I was out of breath, panting. I was a fairly large child, which is impressive that I made it and caught him, because they don't spend a lot of time at the mailboxes. And I asked if they had forgotten something, if there was a package for me that maybe fell in the back or something, and they said no, and I was just destroyed. I had to wait. I had to wait, and it was really hard for me, but it came a couple days later, and I couldn't have been happier. But it was just a funny story. So pulling this out of a box yesterday was really special to me, and I'm glad to have it in my collection. And I have, unfortunately, I did not end up holding on to that card. So I purchased, within the last year, I purchased one that was all orange, just like the original one that I had. And then this one is cool because it's multicolor. So I'm really happy about that. And I can add it to my collection. And what I want to do is also show you each one of these motion replay cards. Oh, in the pack, I should mention, 16 packs in a box. These are the little sleeves that they came in. They came in, foil packs, and then you open and this was inside. And then it has it has the checklist, first of all, 1 through 6, 7 through 12. And then it has a little Press Pass Bucks card sent in with foil wrap, 5 foil wrappers, and you get $5 press pass bucks. Pretty cool. And so when I pulled the autograph, there was a motion play card inside the pack as well as the autograph, because it just was missing this insert. So they just swapped it out because each pack came with one of those inserts. And when the Sheetmetal card was in there, it was just the Sheetmetal card, no motion play card, but the Sheetmetal was sandwiched in between these two pieces of cardboard. One side is laminated, the other side is not. And I would like to show you each one of the motion replay cards. So Terry Labonte, 1996 champion. That's card number 1. Spraying the champagne. It's got like a couple seconds of footage. Jeff Gordon, winning at Daytona, pounding the top of the hood. That's a pretty iconic shot. They'll play that often, especially around Daytona time. Now, I really think they could have gone some really cool places with this product if they had just kept going with it. Earnhardt card number 3. But they just didn't continue it. Dale Jarrett. Gordon making a move on Rusty at Bristol. Hendrick's cars at Daytona. 1, 2, 3 finish. That's pretty awesome. I believe Upper Deck came out with a product that had actual negatives from the footage, from the broadcast footage on the cards, which was really interesting. And I think I might have had one over the years, but I was more into press pass than I was any other product. Earnhardt. Labonte. It's really cool that they get the car coming off the jack, because you get a lot of bang for your buck with a limited amount of play that you get on these motion cards. You get to see the car slam down and then peel off. It's really cool. All right, another pit stop card. There we go. Coming into the pits. Quality Care, 88 Dale Jarrett. And then this was my favorite card, because I remember this race vividly. I remember the Daytona 500 and everything too, but Bill Elliott really hurt his back. He may have broke a disc or something like that, but he was in a lot of pain after this wreck, because that hit right there. Bam. So, what does it say? Elliott takes his lumps. So it was a fun set, you know. It was really fun. I'm glad that I was able to pull a full set out of the box. I think that was kind of one of the minimum things that they did for this product, was ensure that you got a set in every box. But it was really exciting to get the 2 hits in one box. Here's an unopened one I have. I have a few more of these. I'm not going to open this one because I don't know what the odds are. They're not from the same case, so this very well could have something else in it. This has the vintage logo, so this was available at, say, a Kmart or a Target or a Meijer or Walmart after the product was released, and they had overstock or retail returns or something like that. But this was a hobby exclusive, so they would often sell a year or two later the hobby boxes that didn't sell to the hobby shops. They would sell them to the retail stores for $30. So it was really cool. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like the content I'm making, I like to make some more. So leave a comment below. Let me know some interesting stories about NASCAR cards or just collectibles that you like. Leave a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot.